If you followed me closely enough, you'd have realized in the last 3 videos I've been talking about word patterns that take the stress on the penultimate syllable. And if anything, you remember that the penultimate syllable is always the syllable immediately before the last syllable in a word. Or in other words, the penultimate syllable is the second syllable from the end of the word. Previously, we've looked at words ending in ION. After that, we looked at patterns of words ending in IC. We've also looked at patterns of words ending in IAL. Today, the focus is going to be on word patterns ending in IAN. So when you have words that have the pattern of IAN ending, just remember that the penultimate syllable is what you stress all the time. So let's have these examples to exemplify this rule. The rule simply states again, when you have words ending in IAN, like ION, IC, IAL, your stress goes to the penultimate syllable. Let's look at these examples. Let's look at number one, grammarian. For example, the word grammarian. Okay, let's look at this example also. Let's say Nigerian. Okay, let's look at this word agrarian. Agrarian. For phonetician. Phonetician. Vegetarian. And maybe one more. Barbarian. Number 7. Politician. Politician. Okay. So when you have words like this, remember this pattern of words always have the stress in the penultimate syllable. And the penultimate syllable is always the one before the final syllable or the second syllable from the end of the word. If you have to break this down, grammarian, oh my goodness, sorry. Give me one sec. Right. So, what's wrong? Grammarian. So this is where the stress falls on. So you have grammarian. This is what takes the stress. The stress falls on may because may is the penultimate syllable. And in other words, because may is the second syllable from the end of the word. This is the end of the word. Ren, one. The second from the end of the word is may. So that's why this word is pronounced as grammarian. Is a grammarian, not is a grammarian. It's not grammarian. You don't have to form that. It's simply grammarian. This applies to number 2. The stress falls on G. Nigerian. Nigerian. Not Nigerian. It's a Nigerian politician. It's not Nigerian politician. It's Nigerian politician. Nigerian. So this is how this goes. No. Sorry, let's use small letter. Nigerian. So that is that about the Nigerian. A Nigerian bag, a Nigerian billionaire, a Nigerian teacher. Number 3, we have agrarian. Sorry, I missed out the N. We have okay. Gray, okay. Rian. 1, 2, 3. Agrarian. Domido. So the stress falls on gray, okay. Gray, rian. So the stress falls on gray, or just simply say oh my goodness, sorry, gray, rian. This is how this works. All right, then we have number 4, phonetician. Phonetician. So we have IAN here, the stress falls on T. So we go this way, phonetician. Is a phonetician. The stress falls here. Why? Because T is the penultimate syllable. You always remember that the penultimate syllable is the one before the last syllable in the word, or simply the second syllable from the end of the word. The birds are chirping already. Number 5 are vegetarian. Vegetarian, the same thing. The last syllable is rian. The one before it is tay. Vegetarian. The stress falls on tay. What's wrong with my marker? Oh my goodness. Vegetarian. So number 6, barbarian. Okay. Barbarian. That's that. Then finally, politician. His father is a well-known politician. Politician. So simply what I'm trying to say is when you have a pattern of words ending in IAN, your stress should always be on the penultimate syllable. And always the penultimate syllable is the syllable before the final one, the last syllable before the last syllable in the word. The last syllable before the last syllable in a word. Or you simply say the second syllable from the end of the word. From the end of the word, the penultimate syllable is the second from the end of the word, right? So that is that about this class. Remember, we've talked about words ending in ION, we've talked about words ending in IC, we've talked about patterns of words ending in IAL. And right now, we just looked at patterns of words that end in IAN. The rule is pretty simple. When you see those words and you want to pronounce those words, always make sure that it is the penultimate syllable. You always foreground, you always place stress, emphasis on. If you found it interesting or impactful, make sure you share it to as many people, candidates, speakers of the English language who may need it. Remember to keep learning right and speaking right. See you next time. Bye for now.